Welcome to Venture with Joe and Cody, where we take a deep dive into the minds of leaders and innovators making a real impact today. I'm Joe.
And I'm Cody. And we're here to bring you the raw stories, the successes, and the setbacks that these trailblazers have experienced in their journey to where they are today.
Every week, we sit down with a new guest who's ready to share their insight and advice on business, entrepreneurship, and making a difference in their community. From local community members to industry experts, you're going to get the unfiltered truth behind their success.
So whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasoned professional, or just curious about the business world, join us for a journey of learning and inspiration.
So let's grab a drink, settle in, and let's get started. This is Venture with Joe and Cody. Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Venture with Joe and Cody. I'm Joe Skipper, the owner of Skipper Realty Group, brokered by eXp Realty, and Cody Wilhelm with Residential Mortgage. What's up, bro?
Up? How you doing?
Oh, good. Just living the dream here, man. Just new year, things picking up in the real estate world, rates coming down slightly.
Yep.
So yeah, things are looking good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Kind of.
How about you?
Like it feels like things have really leveled out overall, just over the last 3 or 4 months or so. So. It's kind of been nice overall. I think that normalcy starts to provide a little bit of consistency maybe for the spring and summer coming up, but overall feels like things are heading in the right direction. So
for sure.
Can't complain.
Well, I wanted to talk today, speaking of normalcy, but going the opposite direction.
Yes, abnormalcy.
Is kind of the financial stress that no one really talks about in our society. And just, I guess what I'm meaning is kind of, I think that we have this hidden world, or a world that we show other people financially and emotionally and stability wise that may not be the case, but we have to live it all the time because everyone's living it. For example, I would say that for social media, for example, I don't follow a lot of real estate agents, and not because I don't like them, not because I don't want to see what they're doing, but man, that subliminal message to you as an agent when everyone shows on social media how successful they are, it takes a toll on you. And so I think I wanted to get into that kind of financial, the behind the scenes of the financial stress that people I think face more than we.
Yes, it makes sense, and I can resonate with that a lot because obviously in my side of the business, I'm looking at people's financials.
I was just thinking of that.
What they're spending on a monthly basis,
yeah,
on credit cards, car loans, student loans, everything, right? And so I see stuff all the time where I, not in a judgmental way, but just more of man, I don't know that buying a house is really the best thing for you right now. There's a lot of debt that you could get cleared out. And I think the part that ends up getting people, and this could be with anything, this could be with buying a car or making any big financial decision, is the emotion that's tied to it that overrides your kind of normal thinking to say, is this a responsible thing? Is this the thing that we should be doing right now? Maybe do we wait? Do we pay a couple of other things off? But I saw this house and I love it and I want to buy it.
Yeah.
I think social media plays into it a lot too. I see that in my own life, right? Where it's you see people that look like they have everything put together.
Yep.
But then when you know them on a personal level, or somebody that does, and it's two completely different lives. And I feel that is the case a lot, but it doesn't make it any easier for you to not go, oh man, they have everything.
I know. I
don't have much.
It's such a weird thing. And even as you mention it, a personal example comes up to me, but also one from a marketing standpoint. I'm a head of a marketing firm that I'm friends with for real estate agents. He mentioned, he's like, you would be surprised at how many successful, and maybe they are successful real estate agents have to pay me late because they don't have the funds coming in until a closing of the house. Or, he's like, someone that you'll see online that's like, hey, I want to be that agent. I want to be that one. He's like, they're the same ones saying, hey, can I get you next month because I can't make the payment on that marketing ad. Isn't that crazy? It really hit me. And that's what made me think, really kind of get introspective of you can't look at social media as a comparison tool. You can look at it as a research tool or say, hey, this agent does this really well. Look how many things they get. Let me see if I can adapt that. But if you're going in there with an insecure mindset, man, and not even just in the real estate world, we were talking in our live stream about, things that felt rich back then and now are normal, and traveling and vacations and all that stuff. It just bleeds into your whole like persona to be like, man, Cody's going to Hawaii once a year. Every single year they're going, and look at that perfect family, and look at this like place they're staying at. And it's like, why can't we do that?
Yeah.
It's not a healthy thing, man.
It's
Not a healthy
not.
thing.
It's not at all.
And I think we live it. I don't think we even consciously think about it, unless you do consciously think about it. I think if you are just looking, like, we just live that constant comparison life now that we didn't have to do when we didn't have social media. Like, we always compare to school, or you knew the kids at school, or you knew the families in town or whatever that were rich, and that was that. Like, and you had maybe a little bit of envy that you're like, man, I wish I had that. Or I wish my family had this. But man, we live it now.
Yeah. Because you see their whole lives now, instead of, like you were talking about, we'd see the car that they had in high school or something, and it was like
Once in a
nicer
while.
than most of the other kids or something. But outside of that, maybe you went to their house once, or you go to a movie and they always had the money to buy the popcorn and the candy and all the things, and you came with $5 to for a movie and whatever snacks you could have. But now you're seeing inside their house, inside their cars, inside their whole lives, and if it looks really nice, then you're like, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's what I'm supposed to be trying to achieve. And I mean, you hear stories about it all the time of people that, whether it's social media or it's just life, they seem happy, everything seems great, but on the inside, they're dying on the inside, and they're miserable, and it's just, I think that the view of nice things and money always seems to translate to people as happiness. And it doesn't. And
I know.
Tough to keep up with the Joneses when you can't.
For sure. And I would always argue, like, I don't think people do it. I don't think people post on purpose to like make everyone else jealous. They want to just post to their friends and show like we had a great time and whatever. And that's totally fine. We do the same thing.
Sure.
But I do think, especially with generations growing up, like, man, just living that constant stress of like, look what they do. Look what they have. Look what they've got. And it's not just like you said, in a small town, you might see it once and then it goes away and then you're like, whatever. But now you're like, every time you open your phone, someone's doing something better than you. Like something bought something better than you. Someone invested more than you. Someone just got the next house. And I just wanted to talk, if you have a second, about our personal thing. Like, we didn't even plan this to talk about, but I'm going to bring up a very specific thing with Christina and I with homes. And you and I have talked about, potentially buying a home. As a real estate agent, you see homes all the time. Like, you see the better ones, you see the nicer ones, you see the bigger ones. And only until recently, so we live in a 90s style, like, home in a 90s style neighborhood, beautiful neighborhood. Everything like is very clean, well kept. We remodeled this home and still continue to put work into this home. So it's a nice home. It's nothing that it's got what we need. It's got everything we need. Yeah. But we got into a trap very recently of like, man, like, what would it be better to just have that nice brand new home, that nice lot, that nicer area, that nicer this, that. And we always were talking, and without even thinking about it, we were always talking like, well, our house just we're on a cul-de-sac. Kids can ride to school. Cora's got friends on the cul-de-sac. So in the summers they can go out, blah. So we kept going back and forth, but it was always that desire. And I think looking back on it, it was that subliminal desire to show people my success, to show like, look, I'm good enough. I got this house. You guys are all getting houses, but look at my house, know? And it took us a long time. And I don't think we ever, it wasn't ever talked about consciously, but when we kind of finally settled into like, look, this house works for us. It's a great house. We can fix it up how we want to fix it up. It's got a big size backyard. It's got, and you start to like not convince yourself, but kind of look inwardly to be like, do we need to do this? Do we need to buy the new house just to buy the new house? Because that's what everyone's doing. Yeah. And so, we just kind of resorted like just recently to the fact of like, look, let's just stay here. Like, the kids only have a few more years of being in school, like close enough to the school. We love this house. We love our neighbors. We love this. And if something comes up, it comes up. But like, we had to really focus on what's making us go for this next thing. What is it? Is it us truly needing an extra bedroom, or is it a truly needing like something, or just really wanting? You don't have to just need it, but were we like truly wanting it, or were we wanting it to show? Like, Well, and that really like kind of hit me even as we were talking of like, man, that is exactly what we just went through. Like
Uh-huh.
of that kind of subliminal thought of like, oh, I need to do better. I need to get better. I need to show more. I need to show everyone this. And I don't think we ever consciously thought that when we were looking for
Yeah.
a house. But now that I think back on it, I think that influence was there of like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, everyone else is doing it. We got to show them we can do it.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's just
Right.
this competitiveness almost of like, I can do it and we can, but we're not, there's no need. There's no
Right.
need to do it. So anyways, your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's probably true to everyone. Sometimes there's the time to think about it and process it and understand and go, okay, like you did. All right, maybe it would be awesome, but maybe let's just wait a little bit longer. And if the right thing happens, it happens. But if not, like let's just pump the brakes here. But it is really hard when you have people especially people that that they're like, oh man, they got this house and they got this place that was, wow, that would be so nice. And then it's kind of like it just fuels that fire of whatever it is. A slight pivot on this, but back in, I don't remember what year it was, maybe 2020, somewhere right around there. Mortgage business, everything's going great. I had always had bad, crappy cars. Never really cared what I drove. I've never been I enjoy cars, but I've never been a car guy. So I'm not like, I got to have this. And I bought a brand new truck and I was never going to buy anything brand new.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, okay, I can do this. And it makes sense. And after I had it for a couple years, the mortgage market slows down a little bit. And it got to the point where I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm one of those people that I look at and I'm like, why are you paying a car payment like that? Like, that's crazy. And it made me realize part of it was, I've never had a nice car before. So cool. I got to experience that nice new car. Was the payment worth it? I hated the fact that every time I'd see a new little scratch, I was like, I didn't have that when I bought it, right? Like,
Yeah.
I almost disliked it so much, even though it was nice and it was new and it was everything that I wanted. But it definitely comes with a price too of like, is this worth it for me just to have something that's nice? Sure, it's cool overall. Like that whole process, I will never, when I say this now, I still stick with it. I will never buy a brand new vehicle again.
Yeah.
I might buy something a little bit newer, but it's hard to not, when, take your house example. Everybody has newer cars. Everybody has nice stuff. And it's like, oh man, it'd be kind of cool to have a nice new truck. And then you get other people that are like, you deserve it. You should do it. And you're
For
like,
sure.
well, I don't know if I should or not, but yeah, let's do it. It's hard to just to like say, no, that doesn't make sense. Why would I do that? Sometimes you almost just have to experience it.
For sure.
Go, all right.
Well, and I think like,
there.
yeah, on the car standpoint, in the real estate world, it's that same thing. And that's, I still struggle with that. Not necessarily in a lack of confidence in what I drive. I know it sounds super superficial, but
no, I
real
get
estate
it.
agents are in their cars driving to see people that they might not ever know. So there's I don't know if there's a balance. I try to find the balance of showing success, but also not being so bougie that it's like, people are like, ugh, and some agents are like, I don't care. I'm going the full bougie route. And that's maybe the clientele they deal with. And then some agents don't care at all, which I don't think is maybe healthy either. So it's always this like, in the car world, at least in the real estate world, I struggle with like, okay, how do I show it but not show it? I don't want to show it. Like my personal view on a car is I don't want to show any, I don't have that desire to be like, look at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this world, I have to. And so I always struggle with that. Like it's one of the more stressful purchases I make in a car because it's like, I also have to be, I just want to be a normal person. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, you're that guy, like that has this and has that.
Sure.
And when I get compliments on my car, I'm like, it's not that bad. Like it's not that, like you're kind of like downplaying it.
Yeah, sure.
Because I just don't personally like it. But in the world that there is that competition to show that, okay, like you got to show success, like in that.
And that's the tricky part, right? It's like you have to, you don't want to show up in an old beater, even if it's what you would drive, because then people are gonna be like, have you ever done real estate before? Like, I know. Do you make any money? Have you ever sold a house?
Because people make assumptions based on what
they will.
on what you drive in
Yep.
that world, like, because you're driving
Totally.
up to them. It's like most places you pull into a big office building, no one sees your car and no big deal.
Yeah.
But in our world, particularly, we're meeting on site. And
Uh-huh.
so people are saying that. So I've always struggled with that because I get very resistant. I don't want to say I have any more confidence than anyone else, but I get very resistant to comparing myself to others. Like I don't
Hmm.
like doing it. And I kind of, that's why I don't follow agents. I just don't, it can put me down a path that I don't want to be on. And so I really don't like doing that. But and so struggling with cars is a big deal for me because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to find the right balance of not being an a-hole that's driving like, you know, a Range Rover for no reason. Like
Yes.
because
Right.
if any review from a mechanic on a Range Rover is like you're just doing it to show you're rich.
Yes.
But
Just a
yeah,
money pit.
the car I'd like with you know a little Toyota would be great. Like, but it's like also you're like okay, so all sorts of theories on that. But man,
Yeah.
it just it's a strong thing in today's society to be comparing yourself in personal and work life to every single other person.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just shocking to me when we do have a chance to sit down and talk about it. But I do
Hmm.
feel like you know and I'm not good at this, so I'm not like offering suggestions as I'm like some counselor. Is my like the housing thing really helped Christina and I to take your time with something and kind of really evaluate. It's not going to be an overnight like let's sit and talk about it and then make an answer.
Right.
It's like I think it took us months to kind of just be like, look, what are we doing it for? Like, again, do we need a bigger house? Like, no, our house is big. It's got the bedrooms we need. It's got an extra guest bedroom. It's got everything we need. So
Uh-huh.
we just went through these checklists, and then I think without answering the question or without really realizing it is like, are we just trying to compare ourselves? You know, are we trying to be better than someone else or, you know, show this person? Not that we'd be doing it maliciously, but to be like,
Yeah.
okay, like Cody's going to see this online, new
Right.
house, like, you know, look at our
Yeah.
look at our cool new house and our family's perfect and we've got the little
Uh-huh.
dog and we've got the white picket fence, you know, and
Yeah.
it's just so unrealistic like when you look at it yourself, you know, you post everything. You're never going to post bad things about yourself online, but
Exactly. Yep.
you can internally see like you don't have a perfect life, even though you're
Uh-huh.
posting perfect life on your
Yep.
stuff. But you don't ever see that like that person's probably not got a perfect life. You're like, no, they
Yeah.
must have a perfect life. Look, they've got all the success, all the you know, all the
Uh-huh.
houses, all the cars, all the whatever,
Yeah.
and you know they're better than me. Just an
Right.
interesting life we're living in.
Oh, it totally is. And it's all out there. And I feel like the nicer your things get, the better your situation is, the more you're likely to post about whatever it is, right? Like if you're living in a little junky apartment and it's messy, you're probably not going to be doing a lot of
For
videos and
sure,
promoting yourself in
for
that
sure.
environment. You're going to go to a nicer place. And so I think it is just a lot of, it's, it's just a lot of fake.
Yeah,
You know, it's real. They're real people, but it seems like a very fake. I struggle with social media a lot with just getting on and being engaged
yeah,
with it
yeah,
because of a lot of that, where I feel like it's
for sure,
half of it is ads and the other half of it is just people showing all the crazy cool things that they're doing.
for
And
sure.
you know, when it comes to the business side, I definitely went through a season. It was back in 23, like 22, 23, when it was the hardest for me personally. And I had to really like take that time to disconnect and
Hmm.
stop comparing myself to other people that were still finding a way to be successful when I wasn't. And you're kind of like self doubt. What's going on
Yeah,
here? Maybe I suck at this job. Maybe the only reason I was any good was because the market was good and I don't know what
yeah,
I'm doing. I didn't feel that way deep down inside, but it kind of, you know, when you see other people that are doing the same job as you and having more success than you, it's hard not to compare yourself and then feel like I'm a loser. I can't, apparently I suck at doing this. And then it takes, probably just like with everything, it takes time to just kind of go, all right, I can only control what I can control. And I'm going to stop comparing myself. Good for you guys for being able to weather the storm better than I can. And you're able to still continue to see success here. I just got to figure out what my pivot point is or what to do here. But it took me a long time of like
for sure. It does.
of just kind of going, man, I'm the worst. I got to be the worst loan officer in the
Yeah,
world
yeah,
because everybody else is better than me. And I took my wife, honestly, telling me maybe you need to figure out like if this is the right thing for you to do. And at
yeah,
that point, I've been in the business for like 10 or 11
yeah.
years,
You've
and
been in for a while there.
I'm like, no, this is good. And so it took that kind of harsh reality of like kind of a verbal slap in the face of
Yeah,
get out of your own head or do something different, because I'm tired of seeing you this way.
I know.
And it took that realization of like, all right, well, I don't want to change what I'm doing. So I guess I just need to focus on what I can do and stop comparing myself to other people. But
For sure. And I think
it
like, but
happens
that
quickly.
honestly probably, Cody, is like that coincided probably with when lending and real estate started hitting the social media market. Because I think you guys, like, especially were not in a time, lenders didn't get online. It wasn't, you never saw a lender online ever. And so I think that was the time, at least generally speaking, that it started picking up that, hey, I need to market online, you know, or show myself online as a lender and real estate agent.
Yeah.
Which if you're not in it, then you're like, shoot, I have missed the ball. Like, you know, and I am not doing, but I think two things. One, it's a perceived success. Like I kind of come at social media on a personal and a work mode of it's perceived. Like look at it, be like, I enjoy that for them. I'm glad they're doing that. I don't know how good they are. I don't know how successful they are. They could be doing 2 deals a year. Who knows? Like, and that's fine if they want to do that. Like, I kind of have to consciously think that way. And that's the same with vacations or friends or whatever. It's like, great. I'm glad they can do that. But I also think like, I don't know if it's age and confidence or confidence, just getting more confidence in the line of work I'm in, or confidence as an adult. You know, I've just been able to process it in a different way that I think even years ago I wasn't able to process that. Like it was always comparing versus now it's like I don't have to, like, it's great for them. Like it's great. I'm meeting my goals. I'm meeting my family goals. I'm meeting my work goals. What else am I looking for? You know, like, so yeah, I think it's just, it's kind of looking at social media in a different way. And I think I was kind of in a similar boat to you. Is when you're new, well, you weren't new, but I think for you, that was that pivotal point of social media, I think.
Yeah.
For lending.
For sure.
But for me, it was like I was newer. And I think I guess I was newer around that time too, of like in the industry. So then you see people online and you're like, dang it, I don't even know what I'm doing as a real estate agent, let alone like have to post on social media that I'm successful at it. Like, and so, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with it, but it's a crazy world. I would say to anyone that's in the new or struggling in that social media realm is really take a look at and just know confidently that at least half the people posting there are not as successful as they're saying they are. Like, just assume it, because I know it's hard to do, but man, they'll post a lot and they could be successful, or they probably aren't, like, or probably aren't as they're making it out to be, is more maybe what I'm saying is like, they may be posting that they're doing X, but they're maybe just doing half that. So, anyways.
Well, and I know not personally, but I know of a lot of athletes that are, they don't even get on social media because all the crap that you're going to see,
for sure,
probably not in a comparison mode, but just like, you're a public figure. You're how many people are more willing to post negative stuff versus positive comments and stuff? And they're like,
for sure,
I don't even have social media. I don't get on there. I don't know, unless one of my friends or somebody tells me about it. I kind of just like block it all out and just try to live my life. And I think there's definitely a healthy balance of figuring it out and not consuming too much as a comparison, but also like getting on there and posting on there and being part of the machine is needed and necessary.
It's a necessary marketing tool for sure for real estate and lending. It's getting wrapped up in it and comparing yourself to everyone else is the worst thing you can do in this industry, is comparing yourself to any other agent, because you're not any other agent. You are, or lender. You're your own person that has your own personality, that has people that are only going to want to work with you because of your personality. And I remember we've talked about this before, as someone, it sounds so cheesy and simple, but they were like, be yourself online. The best thing you can do is be yourself online, because if you are faking it, people will see it.
Sure.
Or if they don't see it, you'll get clients that like you or fake you, and they're not going to. And so when they meet you, you're going to be a different person than what they thought they were getting. And so it doesn't help you in many ways to be like, and we talked about it, like me driving a Lamborghini up to a house. It's like, I can't do that. Maybe down the road, that will be normal for me. And I'll be like, everyone will be like, yeah, Joe drives a Lamborghini. But if I did right now, I'd have every friend on, it would go viral for all the wrong reasons, because every one of my friends would be commenting, that's not your car.
Yes, exactly.
And what are you doing?
Whose car did you rent?
So it's really just like being yourself on social media and just accepting that you're going to get the clients that you want, that like you as a person, and you'll be successful, whatever your success is defined as. But I think that comes with a little more confidence.
Totally.
And I don't say that negatively to people that do struggle. It's not like I think you're not a confident person, but man, social media is a tough place to compare yourself.
Right.
I think even the most successful people have a tough time comparing themselves to other successful people. So that's why you see like people like super wealthy people. Like I think of like in the watch industry or the clothes industry, it's like super wealthy, like Facebook, like they're wearing jeans and t-shirt. They don't have to impress anyone. Like they don't have to, they go around just like being a normal person because they don't have to prove anything to anyone. And I think that mentality is a good one to have. Is like be yourself because you don't have to prove anything to anyone else.
Yeah.
So
it's like seeing Adam Sandler. Every time I see a picture of Adam Sandler, he's in like these oversized basketball shorts and a button up like
I love it.
Hawaiian shirt.
And I love him for that because I think that he's a great example, and I'm glad you brought it up. He's a great example of just massive amounts of success, massive amounts of money, massive, like he could do whatever he wanted and show everyone how amazing he is, you know, with the fancy clothes and the watches and whatever. And it's like, he's just a dude. And I love that.
Totally is.
Like, it's just a great example of not giving a crap what other people think. So, now that's a great way to end this because it's like, Adam Sandler's a great example of that success and not flaunting it and not really caring what other people do. Yeah.
I see more and more, like every once in a while, I'll see these little snippets, usually sports related. And like I saw one and it was Justin Jefferson. And he's, you know, I don't know what his net worth is, or his contracts or anything, but I know it's a lot. And it was showing his house and it was like $150,000 home. Just that's a very normal standard home. I mean, granted, the guy will wear $1 million necklace while he's
and he
playing
likes what
football,
he likes, and that's fine.
And he exactly. But it's like, I think that there's, and that's probably just life, right? Like we sacrifice certain things financially to be able to do the other things that we want to do. You want to have a really nice house, you just might have to sacrifice doing the vacations and having all the other nice things, or vice versa. But it
just don't
cool
do
when
it.
you
Don't
see
do
that.
it to show everyone else. Like to show everyone else how cool you are. If you like, you know, nice clothes, that's great. You know, if you like nice cars, that's great. But don't do it because you're thinking that's going to impress, you know, people, because you'll just get disappointed. Yeah. So I go Costco. Well, that's cool, Costco man. Threads. Well, it was a good talk. Yeah, I know. I don't know what mine. I think it's a Dick's Sporting Goods, like some brand, like sweatshirt. But well, this is a good talk. I hope people got something out of it. I hope some people can see that, like, hey, it's not, you know, it's not all it's cracked up to be, and don't look at social media as a comparison tool. You can look at it as a place to support your friends and family and other coworkers, but it's not a place to say, am I this is how I have to judge my success on life. Right. Because it's not there. And most you'll probably find are not living actually that life they're portraying online. So I mean, look at us. We look like millionaire successful people. I bought this microphone and mixer for $50 on Facebook. Like, people need to know. Like, we want people to know that we are super successful. That's all it is. Success. Yeah, I mean, we have such good equipment that it breaks down every other time that we have a show. So that's how professional we are. I have a counterweight on my little microphone boom here because otherwise it just drops. You've got like a rope hanging with like an actual barbell, like just to keep it from falling. Yeah. It almost is. It's actually like a roadside emergency car kit. I love it, man. I love it. Okay, well, it was good to talk to you. If you guys haven't already, like and subscribe to our pages, subscribe to our Venture podcast. We put these out weekly, and just love giving you guys information on real estate and other topics that we enjoy talking about. So if you enjoy that, like and subscribe to our stuff. And until next time, Cody, we'll chat with you later. Let's do it. Sounds good. Okay, see you, bro. All right. Bye.